So Tunisia coach hails 5 Kenyan stars, and will the second leg, Tunisia versus Kenya, be the final match for Harambee Starlets coach? Finally facing it all, fearless. So welcome back to L4B Football, Kenya's biggest football channel. And following the 0-0 draw at home, this was a game that was played on Friday the 21st, Kenya versus Tunisia for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations qualifiers. We're going to be reviewing some of the things that were said by the opponent's coach, as well as, well, today we're going to be focusing on the coaches, as well as whether this would be, well, the final match for the Harambee Starlets coach, because a lot was said and we're going to dive into that. So we're going to be looking at 2 articles courtesy of Pulse Sports, and the first one has the title, or had the title, Tunisia coach hails 5 Kenyan stars after hard-fought draw in Nairobi. So Harambee Starlets dominated the African Cup of Nations qualifier clash. Tunisia head coach Kamel Saada had high praise for several Harambee Starlets players following the goalless draw. Kenya is a good team, a powerful team. They have good players. 4 players, number 14, number 9, number 17, and number 21, they are technical players. They are good, as well as player number 2, Saad said. The players referenced include Elizabeth Wamboi, number 14, Corazon Aquino, number 17, Cynthia Shilwatso, who wore number 9 but was actually wearing number 4, Fasila Adhiambo, number 21, and Mwana Halima Dogo, number 2. So yes, those were the players that were identified by the Tunisia head coach, and it gives the players a lot of motivation because they were acknowledged as being technically good. And so we're going to jump into the second article with the title, Harambee Starlets versus Tunisia. Could Beldine Odemba's selection have changed outcome? The Kenyans were not happy, by the way. Even on our TikTok page, a lot of them had a number of things to say, and it was also reflected in the article regarding especially striking. So Beldine Odemba has come under scrutiny for her team selection after Harambee Starlets' goalless draw against Tunisia, raising tactical concerns. Odemba's lineup raised eyebrows even before kickoff, with several key players left on the bench. The absence of a natural striker in the starting 11 was particularly puzzling, forcing Mwana Halima Dogo Jereko to play out of position as both a left winger and a makeshift forward, as per analysis by Nation. This decision had a visible impact on Kenya's attacking play, as the team struggled to convert opportunities despite creating several chances, particularly from the right flank. The left side of the attack was underutilized, even though Odemba had options like Janet Morabundi, Emily Moranga, and Violet Nanjala available. The midfield trio of Corazon Aquino, Fasila Adhiambo, and Elizabeth Wamboi worked hard to control possession, but with Shilwatso pushed forward, there was a disconnect between midfield and attack. When Odemba finally introduced striker Elizabeth Mideva in the second stanza, the shift did not produce the desired effect. Instead of bringing in an experienced goal scorer earlier, she kept the proven talents of Gentrix Shikangwa, Janet Morabundi, and Violet Nanjala on the bench for much of the match. The late introduction of Shikangwa, with only a few minutes left in added time, left many questioning the rationale behind Odemba's substitutions. Harambee Starlets had the opportunity to take control of the tie at home, yet they failed to do so, and some of that responsibility falls on the coach's tactical approach. Kenya needed goals, yet Odemba did not start local league's top scorer Rebecca Okwaro, who has netted 11 goals this season, or Simba Queen's lethal striker Shikangwa, who boasts 18 goals. Even South Korea-based veteran forward Teresa Engesha was left on the bench without being given a single minute of play. While the backline managed to keep a clean sheet, the team's inability to capitalize on attacking opportunities made the game feel like a wasted chance. Odemba's decision-making during substitutions only added to the frustrations of the fans and analysts alike. Despite the setbacks, Odemba remained confident post-match, insisting that the team followed the game plan and created chances that they simply failed to convert. Interesting enough, they conclude by saying The team needs to be more clinical in front of goal, and that will require playing proven goal scorers from the start. With 90 minutes left to turn things around, the Starlets still have a fighting chance, but they cannot afford another miscalculated selection. The question remains, will Odemba make the right choices this time? Having reviewed that article by Pulse Sports, interesting enough, we came across a post by Kevin Taylor in regards to this story. So it's highly likely that Wednesday's Women's African Cup of Nations qualifier between Tunisia and Harambee Starlets in Tunis will be Beldine Odemba's final match as head coach of the Starlets. Former Vihiga Queens coach Alexandra Alumira has been identified as her successor. Plans were initially made for Alumira to travel with the team to Tunis as part of the technical bench, but it's still unclear if he will join the squad on the trip. So that could be the coach's final game as things are shifting and people are really frustrated with how the game on Friday actually went down. So changes could be made immediately, and we're just hoping for the best because Kenya can actually qualify for the final round of these qualifiers, and we're wishing them all the best. But thank you so much for watching until the end. Do make sure to check out our other social media platforms at Alphabet Football. Do like this video and remember to subscribe to Kenya's biggest football channel. And as always, support Kenyan football. We out.